Welcome. In the next few minutes, we're going to do a rapid deep dive into one of the most fundamental concepts in IGCSE business studies. That's right, we're going to master the concept of scarcity and make absolutely sure you can define it and apply it for full marks. Okay, so let's kick things off with a bit of a puzzle. Picture a massive airline, a giant like Emirates, with billions of pounds in revenue. So why can't they just go out and buy every single plane they want? You know, on the face of it, it does seem a bit strange, doesn't it?
Well, the answer to that puzzle lies in one of the most important ideas in all of business and economics, and that idea is scarcity. It's this single concept that explains the fundamental problem facing every single person, every business, and every government on the entire planet.
Right, so what is the precise exam-ready definition we need to burn into our memory? Because the IGCSE syllabus is very, very specific about this. It is. And the definition is the condition that forces choices to be made. It really is as simple and as powerful as that.
Now, this is absolutely crucial for getting those full marks in the exam. To score 2 out of 2, you have to have both parts of that definition. So the first key phrase, the condition that forces, that gets you 1 mark. And the second part, choices to be made, that secures you the other mark. If you miss one of those phrases, you're dropping a mark. It's honestly that specific.
That definition is great for the exam, but let's make it feel real. How does this actually apply back to our Emirates example? Excellent question. Let's take this concept and put it right into the cockpit of a real-world airline.
Okay, so here's the most important point. Even a financial powerhouse like Emirates has a finite capital budget. What that means is they have a limited, set amount of money they can spend on new aircraft. And that very limitation, that fact they don't have infinite resources, that is the condition we were just talking about in the definition.
Exactly. So because their capital is scarce, Emirates faces a choice. Do they invest that money in more of the enormous Airbus A380 Super Jumbos, which are absolutely brilliant for those high-capacity routes between major hubs? Or do they use that same money to buy the smaller, much more fuel-efficient Airbus A350, which is perfect for opening up brand-new direct routes? The key thing to remember is they just can't have an unlimited supply of both.
And this brings us to the direct consequence of scarcity. A choice simply had to be made. By choosing to order the A350s, they had to give up the chance to order more A380s. And that next best alternative that you give up, well, that has a name. We call it the opportunity cost, a concept that is directly and forever linked to scarcity.
Okay, this is all starting to click into place. So let's really put it to the test. How about this? I'll be the examiner. All right, I'm ready. Let's run through a typical exam question so we can all see what a perfect answer looks like and what it doesn't.
Right then, here's your question. Define the term scarcity. 2 marks are available.
Okay, so the perfect 2-mark answer is exactly what we've just learned, the condition that forces choices to be made. But now look at the 1-mark answer, when choices have to be made. It's just a bit vague, isn't it? It's missing that crucial condition that forces element. And the 0-mark answer, when a business doesn't have enough money, is way too simplistic. That's an example of scarcity, not the definition itself. And that's a really common mistake to make.
That's incredibly clear. So where does scarcity fit in the bigger picture? How does it connect to other key business concepts we need to know?
You can think of it as a really simple, logical chain. So step 1 is scarcity. That's the root problem, limited resources. And then step 2, because of scarcity, we are all forced to make choices, which leads us to step 3. Every single one of those choices creates an opportunity cost, the alternative we had to give up. So remember this, scarcity leads to choices which always result in an opportunity cost. They are completely inseparable.
Fantastic. Okay, let's move to our final check for understanding. It's time for a quick fire quiz to see if you can apply this concept yourself. Are you ready?
All right, here's the scenario for you. Heathrow Airport has enough land to build either a new cargo facility or a new runway. But, and this is the key, it absolutely cannot do both. So which key business concept does this situation illustrate?
And the answer is, of course, scarcity. But why? Well, because the limited land is the condition that forces Heathrow to make a choice between the 2 options. You see how those keywords from the definition apply perfectly to the real world?
So there you have it. In just a few minutes, you've learned exactly how to define scarcity for full marks, explain it with a memorable, real-world example, and apply it confidently to a brand new scenario. The only question left is, what concept are you going to master next?